Once upon a time in a field far away grew some magical eggs, and there they would stay.
A Watchum is a new stuffed toy, and it's a storybook as well. It tells the tale of the character, which is the Watchum, who hatches from an egg with the love of the child that receives it, and then vows to protect that child from anything that they might be afraid of.
The Watchums got its start while Madison was working as a kindergarten teacher.
One of the things that I noticed with the parents is they'd always come up to me and ask me about what to do with their kids that were struggling to transition into their big kid beds and sleep through the night in their own rooms. And then another thing, which is commonly known, is that stuffed animals provide a sense of comfort to children. So I thought, how can I take that but take it to another level and incorporate the comfort of the stuffed animal, the security, but then also include a positive reinforcement, which is included in the book. So there's a sticker chart where they can track their progress.
While Madison had not yet put the story down on paper, it really started to take shape when she met Joe.
I kind of wrote it in my head. I had like all the words and everything in my head, and then, but never put it down on paper until I met Joe, who is the illustrator of the story, because I thought I had this great idea, but then I was missing that piece to be able to execute it. I needed somebody who, had the skills of being able to do the design and the graphics and the web content and development. And then when I met Joe, that really inspired me to actually get the story down on paper.
I was super flattered that she would come and she would even consider that I would do something like that. I'd never done a children's book, but she knew that I had done illustration. My office is filled with stuff that I've drawn, and she thought, I might be a good fit for it. So she came and approached me, and it was, like I said, super flattering, and I was very excited to take part in it.
When it came to creating the Watchum, Madison let Joe go with the creative flow.
Yeah, she gave me a lot of free rein when it came to the actual design of the Watchum. So she said, she gave me the book and said, is this something you would consider, and what do you think it would look like? So I put a couple designs together, and one was more like a teddy bear, one was more like a monster, and then sort of the in-between was the little orange puffball that we all know and love. And yeah, she chose that one, and we made a couple tweaks down the line just with the eyes and everything. But yeah, for the most part, it was sort of, what do you think the Watchum looks like? And we went from there.
The first story focuses on encouraging children to stay in their big kid beds through the night.
There's so many other milestones and things that children struggle with, so I wanted to make sure that this wasn't just limited to one story. This is hopefully just the first story of many, and we want to tackle other issues and help inspire and encourage kids to do some other things that might be challenging for them as well.
It was amazing when we got it done. I mean, I was sort of going page by page, and I would send it to her, and if there were little tweaks, we would do it, but for the most part, she was super happy with everything I did. Once we actually had the physical book in our hands, it sort of became real at that point.
To explore a wonderful new world, visit Watchums.com. In Niagara, you're watching The Source.